This is happening across this entire nation. It doesn't matter what state you're in or city.
Yeah.
5 days a week, 50 out of 52 weeks a year. It's an assembly line of misery and pain. They weaponize hope and love against the fathers because they want to extort money out of them, because everyone in the system gets kickbacks for it.
Yeah.
The judges, they have the friend of the court that, they got get paid. And then what most people don't know is the Title 4D money.
Going right to the judges.
So let's say, this person we just talked to has to pay $1,200 in child support a month. So whatever county he's in is going to get compensated $1,200 for the effort of collecting the child support. And that money that they're getting paid comes right out of our Social Security fund. So, in a few years from now, when Social Security goes two tits to the sky, you need to point the finger at exactly who is responsible, the single mother.
But you didn't talk about where it's actually compensated to. Like, doesn't it go to judges' retirements?
Some of it goes directly to a judge's retirement fund. So there's no upside to a man going into divorce court at all, because everyone is paid to crush you.
Yep.
And like, for instance, in my case, I wanted to go to trial. I couldn't afford it.
If you were to have a bit, like if you and I had a business contract and we had a joint account and I just went in and started ringing shit the fuck up on you and we went to small claims court, that judge would look at me and be like, dude, you financially abused your business partner. You got to go to jail or pay him back. But here,
some restitution.
Keep going. Just keep going.
Just keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, look, and here's another thing. And I'm admitting this in front of everyone. I've done it in the past. Is the system is so egregious, it literally drove me almost to suicide. And the only reason I'm still here is a former commander of mine did almost exactly the same thing, and somewhere between 3 and 5 days prior to my exit date. The only difference is he picked a more scenic spot than I was planning. But it was basically put on your greens or dress blues, go to the Holly National Cemetery, ventilate your thinking meat to the skies, and see what's next. I was this fucking close. And then fate, threw a goddamn crossbody cock block on me. And looking back now, I'm glad. I was earmarked to run his complete funeral. So I trained the honor guard, I had the pallbearers, the guy standing watch. I mean, it was by the book, by the numbers, full burial honors. And while I'm standing there watching this huge line of people come to the coffin and just everyone's just crying. And it's just, I was in tears. It was horrible. And I realized that is not a good way to go. And I was not going to put my friends and family or anyone else through that. And it literally changed my course. And shortly thereafter, I had Blake respond to a Craigslist ad for a video editor. We came up with Purple Heart's Final Beat. And here's the funny part. And I knew he was going to, I knew something great was going to happen when he suggested the drop cloth.
Yep.
I was just like, when I saw that in that Purple Heart's Final Beat, I was like, oh my God, that is just fucking savage. But and if you guys haven't seen that video, we're going to put it in the chat for you guys. You can watch it, later on. But it's been out now since 2009.
Yeah. And
it's woefully underwatched. And that video, it came out in 2009. By 2011-ish, when I, was doing just a rough count of the people who told me that I kept them from killing themselves, we're somewhere between 125 and 130. So in 2 years, 130, 125 guys, that video shook them out of the path of self-destruction.
Yep. And we got to tour the country with it, going to film festivals, trying to get the word out to people in other states.
But
And at every single one of those film festivals, somebody had to come up to me afterwards, either in tears or close to it, shake my hand, say thank you so much for making it. I want to make sure that just to let me know. And they would always have some sort of personal experience, either someone that they know or to them personally, that it meant something.
Yeah, look, I mean, we did half a dozen videos under Second Class Citizen, and they were just so negative.
Yeah.
I just could not live in that pain mind anymore. And I remember when I flipped the switch and went to comedy, I pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, no, you ruined the whole thing. We're getting momentum with the suicide thing. No, we weren't.
No.
Nobody gives a shit about men at all, ever. Throughout history, men have been the cannon fodder and the road grease to make shit happen, and nobody gives a shit about you as soon as you cannot perform or provide any kind of benefit.
Yep.
You still have men entombed and encased in structures, buildings, bridges throughout the world where it was getting built. That should tell you right there that nobody gives a fuck and everything's going to keep moving when you go.
Absolutely correct. And gentlemen, you need to realize this, and I'm telling you the truth. You are 110% completely disposable and expendable.
Yep.
All right? That's the truth. Handle your business accordingly. When you deal with women, you need to understand you are the workhorse. They're trying to hook their wagon to you and literally march you till you die.
Yep.
Don't fall into the trap. There is nothing for you. You need to ask yourself this question. And I know it sounds selfish. What is in it for me? If you can't actually get an answer to those questions you ask yourself, don't fucking do it.
Oh, because I guarantee you, anybody you're thinking about tying one on with is asking themselves that same question.
Yeah.
So if you're not, then you're lagging behind in the game of rational thinking.
Yeah, and fortunately for us, and I know this is going to sound harsh, because of social media, we're actually seeing what women are naturally like.
Yep. They're having a harder and harder time
They can't really
hiding it.
Yeah.
Because it's like other women are coming out and just gaslighting them, telling them it's totally cool, it's fine. Meanwhile, some of these women actually believe that it's fine, and the others are like, these women are fucking bitches. Yeah, you keep doing you. We're going to thin the herd. That's what they did with the body positivity shit. Oh, yeah, you go ahead and be fat. A guy will love you for you. Right.
Let me ask you
You're
both a
400
question.
pounds. More
Have
to
you
love.
Ever had a girlfriend, and then you go over there, and all of a sudden her family's there, and you're actually getting paraded around her friends and family to see if you're acceptable.
Oh, yeah, that shit. No.
See, but nowadays, back in the
Fuck
day,
that.
that happened once or twice in the courting phase. You get to like a family reunion, or you get to go to somebody's wedding or something. Now that's every single day
For years.
on social media.
Yep.
For years.
Yeah,
Just goes and goes and goes.
Women are like, I'm in a relationship. Here's the guy I'm with. And then I can guarantee you, if the comments are negative, it will not last long.
Nope. Because they will always value the opinions of others. It's not about whether or not they're doing the right thing. They just want to believe they're doing the right thing. And you can manufacture that with consensus.
If they don't post you, too,
Yeah.
red flag.
You're gone.
Yep.
And listen, gentlemen. All right. Pay heed. In the back of your mind, I want you to walk back there nice and easy. And I want you to flip the fucking switch. The I don't fucking care light needs to come on, and you need to move forward through this life at I don't give a fuck speed. Because guess what? You need to pursue your excellence. You need to take care of your fucking self. Don't get roped into this bullshit and do your own fucking thing. And I can almost guarantee you, I don't care if you're 5'8" and you're a fat ass when you're in high school. If you knuckle down, you dump that goddamn weight, you pursue your excellence, you build a business, make money, get a good career. Okay. Those women that fucking laughed at you and turned their back on you, they will be pounding on your door by the time they're 33.
Yep.
And it's too late for them because you can
Happened
go
to
down
me.
to 23.
If somebody would have just taken me aside when I was in high school and no one gave a fuck and I didn't really give two fucks about them, but it's still kind of a miserable thing because at that point in time, it's your world,
Yes.
right? These women, they treat you like shit. They think they're always going to have options, yada, yada. If somebody would have just pulled me aside and said, look, this is how it goes. You literally have everything going for you, but
Yeah.
you just haven't lived long enough yet.
Correct.
Give it time.
Well, you have to give it time.
It doesn't even take 3 years out of high school. It will change.
If you put in the effort, all right, and you pursue your excellence, shit will fucking change.
If you all you need is ambition and the drive to actually pursue it, and trust me, it works.
High school is a brutal time for most dudes, especially if you're average or below average like I was. And there's a lot of people I graduated with are probably pretty lucky today that I burned off a lot of that negative energy in the military because I probably...
There was a long beat on sight list,
Yes.
wasn't there?
I don't hold grudges, but I remember a lot of shit.
No, I am a grudge holder. To my listen, I'm being honest. I'm not a liar. I'm not good at it. I hold a grudge to the point where it's probably unhealthy for me.
Yeah.
I don't know because like I'll see people who fucked me over and it's like I can't really feel the anger, but it's like I fucking remember what you did.
I remember
you. Piece of shit.
Well, there's a difference between holding a grudge and acknowledging a problem, and consequently avoiding it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I won't go out and like look for an issue with that person, but like sometimes you see them and it's like, oh please, please give me a reason. Like
this one individual,
fuck around, find out. Come on.
This one individual, when I got off active duty, I would run by his fucking house every single day. And there was one time he was pulling up the driveway, and I'm like, "Come on out, let's go," and he would not come out. Because I was going to fuck his world up 3 ways.
There's been a couple people. It's like, man, I just wish you would take a swing, please.
Go for it.
Here's another side story. I was getting ready for my second tough man, right? And one of this, I'm not going to say his name, but one of his close friends came in.
I'm going to go piss while you're doing that story.
And I was
make sure you sit.
I was sparring him and another one of his buddies, 2 of them, and because I used to spar like 10 to 15 rounds 2 or 3 times a week.
It's a lot.
And then when I was getting ready for fighting, I would actually spar more. And this guy was a big dude. He was like 6'3", 240-ish. And I fucking beat the white off of him. I shouldn't say monkey stopped him, but I beat the living shit out. And that was just, boxing rules. I wasn't even kicking.
Yeah.
And I remember afterwards, I'm like, hey, aren't you friends with such and such? He's like, yes. I'm like, you need to tell him I'm looking for him. He goes, I will. And I go, he's going to have, if I run into him, he's going to have a fucking bad day. And he's like, yes, he will.
Just pass the message.
Because I wrecked that guy in about 1 round. And then his buddy, I wrecked him and he didn't even make a whole round. I literally took him out with 2 liver shots in a row.
Fucker, I'll find out. It is what
I'm
it
just
is.
telling you. But listen, gentlemen, and I know there's a lot of guys who watch this show. All right. You need to acknowledge the fact that somewhere in your past, somebody supercharged the monster. You have to maintain control of said monster so you don't get in trouble. I was fortunate. The military burned most of that off of me. And then what was left, I used it in the ring legally with rules. Most of the time. There's a few times where shit happened, but
I'm back. My back teeth were floating.
I understand. But that's where we are now. Now,
yep.
Let's just go through the stats here real quick. All right.
The stats. Okay.
All right. You have a 56% chance of your first marriage failing. And that stat comes from that fancy divorce attorney from LA who just made the circuit of all the podcasts. You have a 63 to 65% of the second one failing and a 73 to 75% chance of the third one failing. All right. Now, if you add in aggravating factors such as stepkids, illnesses, what have you.
A shit economy brought on by
Yeah.
your wife voting Democrat.
There's no upside. There's no chance of success. 80% of the time, these women file for divorce, and most of the time, the man is caught completely off guard. He's like, what the fuck? How'd we get here? Where are we on the flow chart of divorce insanity? They don't know. And it's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of guys, including myself. I mean, I was destroyed emotionally by what my ex-wife did to me, to the point where I will probably never recover. All right. But, when I talk about what I talk about and I do what I do, I always have women like, who hurt you? Like, how shallow are you that you think that my feelings somehow change reality? All right. If you get monkey stomped and your heart gets ripped out through your asshole, pain awakens people. That's all it did for me. It awakened me to the situation. And I'm like, holy shit. I spent all this time defending this country because I believed in it, in all of the bullshit, the red, white, and blue. I almost got killed in 2 of the 3 wars I fought in. And then literally I'm called a murderer and an assassin in open court. And my military service is used against me to steal my children away from me. You got to listen, use my story as a cautionary tale, because I'm sick and tired of bearing you sons of bitches. When you do like, she's different, she loves me. Oh my God.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporters Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.